Now we pulled the front diff out because we're going to re-gear it. Now the reason we're re-gearing this is because when Factory 5 originally built this truck, they just added a supercharger to it to get extra power to augment the extra weight from those 37-inch tall tires. Now that is one way to deal with the extra weight from those larger tires and wheels, but a better way is to also re-gear the truck, because then you can take advantage of all that power that you've added to the engine. Now we've done the math on this truck and it has a set of 331s inside it right now. When you do the actual calculation to the correct gear ratio, it came up with something like a 448, which is just a random number. And then what I like to do is I go up to the next ratio up, especially on an off-road truck, because that's going to take advantage of a little bit extra gear ratio for the extra weight of the truck. Now, for our gears, we got a set of Revolution gear and axle gear set. Now, Revolution gear and axle, 41 years making gears. They are veteran owned and operated. They are heat treated for optimum strength. They are precision machined and they come lapped. And they also have very, very high quality gears always inside the box. So when you pull a set of Revolution gear and axle gears out, you know that you're gonna get a high quality precision gear. Always when you get a set of gears, you wanna get a full master install kit. That's gonna come with all the bearings, all the seals, new bolts, a crush sleeve if you need it, obviously silicone, and some gear marking compound and some thread locker at the same time. Don't just replace some of these parts if you're gonna rebuild the front axle or the rear axle in this case. Just replace all the bearings, just a good idea since you're in there. And your Revolution gear and axle always uses high quality Timken or coil bearings, so you don't have to worry about getting an off-brand bearing. You always get good quality bearings. Rebuilding a differential is actually not that difficult. It's just time consuming. You need some special tools, but if you just take your time and ensure that all your specs are set up to the factory specs that the manual comes with your gear set, you'll end up with a high quality gear set ready to tackle the dirt. Quick tip for you. Save the old ring gear bolts when you disassemble your differential and use those to pull the ring gear onto the carrier. That way you're not introducing an excessive amount of stretch into your new bolts. The more you know. That's opinion. It's technically my opinion. With the differential completely rebuilt with our new Revolution gear set, now it's ready to go back into the truck. If we were building basically a hardcore off-road rig, I'd opt to install this heavy-duty Revolution gear and axle diff cover. This is 1/4-inch thick steel with a 3/8-inch thick flange. This would protect the gears when we're off-road. I don't know if we're gonna use it on this particular truck because of clearance issues around all of the engine, everything that's in there from Factory 5. But if you were building this for hardcore off-road, you'd obviously want to put these. We'll get one for the rear when we do the rear a little bit later. The setup turned out perfect. We have great pattern and perfect backlash. One of the reasons for that is because of the actual Revolution gears. Revolution gear and axle guarantees a no rebox policy. That means that they're not taking other people's gears and putting them in their boxes. Every time you open up a set of Revolution gear and axle gears, you're ensured that it's their gear. So it's gonna set up the same every single time. If you're like me and you rebuild a lot of diffs, the benefit to that is the gears are the same every single time you pull them in the box. So once you have specs in your head, you've done a bunch of similar axles, you know what the pinion depth shim is gonna be. You know basically what your side bearing shims need to be to get that proper setup right out of the box, because the gear is the same spec every single time. For the rear axle in the XTF pickup truck, we're going to re-gear it to match the front, obviously. You want matching gears front and rear. So it's another set of 456s from Revolution gear and axle. But out back, we're going to be adding a traction device. Now, whether you want to install a limited slip or a posi or a selectable locker or a mechanical locker, it all boils down to the application of the vehicle. If this vehicle was going to spend a lot of time on the street and less time off-road, and I just wanted some additional traction when I'm in the dirt, well then maybe I would go ahead and choose the Eaton True Track. This is a helical style posi type differential that basically senses wheel spin and then will engage both wheels to give us traction when we're off-road. But if I want, in my opinion, the best of the best when we're talking about hardcore off-road, it's gonna be the Eaton Detroit Locker. This bad boy is known for its legendary strength. It will always be locked until it's required to unlock the differential for like a tight turn in a high traction environment, and then it will unlock. It is perfect for a truck like the XTF. When you're in the dirt, When you mash the gas, that supercharger spins up, and you want all the engine's power divided evenly between both rear tires. That is where the Detroit Locker is going to shine, and then it's perfect for this application. All of this is for the rear axle in the truck. It's a 9.75 Ford that's been swapped in here, and installing it, super easy. Woo!